All the Bible verses about effeminate. Deuteronomy 22:5. 5. A woman must not wear men's clothing, nor a man wear women's clothing, for the Lord your God detests anyone who does this. 1 Corinthians 6:9. 9. Or do you not know that wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived, neither the sexually immoral, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor men who have sex with men. 16. 1 Timothy 1:10. 10. For the sexually immoral, for those practicing homosexuality, for slave traders and liars and perjurers, and for whatever else is contrary to the sound doctrine. 1 Timothy 1:9-11. 9. We also know that the law is made not for the righteous, but for lawbreakers and rebels, the ungodly and sinful, the unholy and irreligious, for those who kill their fathers or mothers, for murderers. 10. For the sexually immoral, for those practicing homosexuality, for slave traders and liars and perjurers, and for whatever else is contrary to the sound doctrine. 11. That conforms to the gospel concerning the glory of the blessed God, which he entrusted to me. Leviticus 20:13. 13. If a man has sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. They are to be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. Colossians 3:5. 5. Put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature, sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is idolatry. Hebrews 13:4. For marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all the sexually immoral. Leviticus 18:22. 22. Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman, that is detestable. 1 Corinthians 6:9-10. 9. Or do you not know that wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived, neither the sexually immoral, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor men who have sex with men. 16. 10. Nor thieves, nor the greedy, nor drunkards, nor slanderers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. Ezekiel 16:49. 49. And now this was the sin of your sister Sodom. She and her daughters were arrogant, overwrought, and unconcerned. They did not help the poor and needy. Romans 1:26. 26. Because of this, God gave them over to shameful lust. Even the women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. Genesis 19:138. 1. The two angels arrived at Sodom in the evening, and Lot was sitting in the gateway of the city. When he saw them, he got up to meet them and bowed down with his face to the ground. 2. My lords, he said, please turn aside to your servant's house. You can wash your feet and spend the night and then go on your way early in the morning. No, they answered, we will spend the night in the square. 3. But he insisted so strongly that they did go with him and entered his house. He prepared a meal for them, baking bread without yeast, and they ate. 4. Before they had gone to bed, all the men from every part of the city of Sodom, both young and old, surrounded the house. 5. They called to Lot, where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out to us so that we can have sex with them. 6. Lot went outside to meet them and shut the door behind him. 7. And said, no, my friends, don't do this wicked thing. 8. Look, I have 2 daughters who have never slept with a man. Let me bring them out to you, then you can do what you like with them. But don't do anything to these men, for they have come under the protection of my roof. 9. Get out of our way, they replied. This fellow came here as a foreigner, and now he wants to play the judge. We'll treat you worse than them. They kept bringing pressure on Lot and moved forward to break down the door. 10. But the men inside reached out and pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. 11. Then they struck the men who were at the door of the house, young and old, with blindness so that they could not find the door. 12. The 2 men said to Lot, do you have anyone else here, sons-in-law, sons or daughters, or anyone else in the city who belongs to you? Get them out of here. 13. Because we are going to destroy this place. The outcry to the Lord against his people is so great that he has sent us to destroy it. 14. So Lot went out and spoke to his sons-in-law, who were pledged to marry 78 his daughters. He said, hurry and get out of this place, because the Lord is about to destroy this city. But his sons-in-law thought he was joking. 15. With the coming of dawn, the angels urged Lot, saying, hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, or you will be swept away when the city is punished. 16. When he hesitated, the men grasped his hand and the hands of his wife and of his 2 daughters and led them safely out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. 17. As soon as they had brought them out, one of them said, flee for your lives, don't look back, and don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be swept away. 18. But Lot said to them, no, my lords. 79. Please. 19. Your 80 servant has found favor in your 81 eyes, and you 82 have shown great kindness to me in sparing my life. But I can't flee to the mountains. This disaster will overtake me, and I'll die. 20. Look, here is a town near enough to run to, and it is small. Let me flee to it. It is very small, isn't it? Then my life will be spared. 21. He said to him, very well, I will grant this request too. I will not overthrow the town you speak of. 22. But flee there quickly, because I cannot do anything until you reach it. That is why the town is called Zor. 83. 23 By the time Lot reached Or, the sun had risen over the land. 24 Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah from the Lord out of the heavens. 25 The sea overthrew those cities and the entire plain, destroying all those living in the cities and also the vegetation in the land. 26 But Lot's wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. 27 Early the next morning Abraham got up and returned to the place where he had stood before the Lord. 28 He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah, toward all the land of the plain, and he saw dense smoke rising from the land, like smoke from a furnace. 29 So when God destroyed the cities of the plain, he remembered Abraham, and he brought Lot out of the catastrophe that overthrew the cities where Lot had lived. 30 Lot and his 2 daughters left Zoar and settled in the mountains, for he was afraid to stay in Zoar. He and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. 31 One day the older daughter said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man around here to give us children, as is the custom all over the earth. 32 Let's get our father to drink wine and then sleep with him and preserve our family line through our father. 33 That night they got their father to drink wine, and the older daughter went in and slept with him. He was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. 34 The next day the older daughter said to the younger, Last night I slept with my father, let's get him to drink wine again tonight, and you go in and sleep with him so we can preserve our family line through our father. 35 So they got their father to drink wine that night also, and the younger daughter went in and slept with him. Again he was not aware of it when she lay down or when she got up. 36 So both of Lot's daughters became pregnant by their father. 37 The older daughter had a son, and she named him Moab 84, he is the father of the Moabites of today. 38 The younger daughter also had a son, and she named him Ben-Ammi 85, he is the father of the Ammonites 86 of today.